Okie dokie artichoke. This is the peace dealer. Oh, okay, all right. My moon is the moon. My moon's in Capricorn. Shout out to the Capricorn moons. You just decided to be born a goat. Like, who just decides to be born the fucking greatest of all time? Have a Capricorn moon. You did. Shout out all the Cap moons. Shout out to you Cap moons that you laugh at people when they say, "Oh, you're not emotional." You know, that's so dumb. My bad. Welcome to your magic moon message. Shout out to the goats for real. Whether you're a Cap sun or a Capricorn rising, you're not really like us Cap moons, but we see you. We see you though. I know you try to get like us. It's cool. Moon in Virgo, Sun in Cancer. Okay, here's the thing about this, because Virgo is very critical and finicky, but Virgo knows that in a month from now, it's gonna be its season and it's hosting an event. Outer planets in a sign or like the nodes, you could look at as like an event that the sign is hosting. So in preparation for next month, Virgo moon is giving up the deets. It is exposing a lot of receipts. And the way you're going to experience this is relative to your analytical and detailed understanding of how through your own behavior and this change of your behavior over the next couple of days, how you start to understand and notice relevant context clues that not only align this activation of new talents and new energy in Leo, but now take everything since the past 6 months and at a much stronger level, tie everything together. And that's the cool thing about integrative transits like this, albeit we're activating this quality of integration. We could have been so busy activating certain themes, getting core ingredients together to cook our meal, to make our beat, right? We may have been so focused on what each of these individual plot points that have been activated are, that you may not have realized how they even tie together. That maybe, you're just going to put them all together, but this is going to start to have you notice patterns, coincidences that may just be coincidences, but that may lead into something deeper or more. Okay? Everything that you're going to begin to start to analyze, you will be more aware of next month. But yeah, you ever, I want you to be as happy as a Virgo who secretly built receipts on you and they're finally ready to expose it. You know what I'm saying? Like Virgo in receipt collection mode is very thorough. They don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But when they know they ready to expose those receipts and they know you've been lying and they're like, man, this bitch don't even know I have that text message from yesterday. I want you to just be as peaceful and happy as a Virgo that has collected all the receipts on their enemies and ops and they're about to ruin and destroy their lives with them. There's no one happier than that kind of Virgo. And I want you to share in that happiness today, because you can and you will. Okay, your direct personal experience is a treasure trove that advertisers and companies spend literal millions of dollars for. Just your patterns, just the idiosyncrasies of what you like. It's valuable. It's extended off of your own values, and that behavioral pattern recognition in the hands of someone who knows what they're doing could strike gold. And so it's going to be placed in your hands, which is done every year, because this new moon opposite Pluto is activating this 180-degree supernatural breakthrough with this Pluto opposition. Now that the moon is in Virgo, you are manifesting, right? Virgo moon, Leo sun is a Taurus signature, indicating that with a 4-degree Leo sun, the moon at 4 degrees Virgo will be 30 degrees away from the sun, which is a Taurus signature from 30 to 60 degrees. We call that the semi-sextile. and then 60 degrees to 90 is a sextile. But this next step here, right? Not only regardless of the zodiac sign it's in, 30 to 60 degrees will manifest what was activated. It's going to now provide further foundation and grounding to what we've just activated. In this case, we activated energy. Last month with the new moon in Cancer, we activated power. Power converts and generates what? Energy. So the power we activated with this deeper understanding and integrating our character, which we do every year, we have now stepped into generating the courageous solar energy, right? The Cancer individuality, as you take a shower, right, and clean up, yourself before you go outside, Leo, and then you perform on stage. Now you need the energy of courage to perform that. That's just a basic application. Next month is going to be the second magic activation after Gemini. So we're activating energy. We know that power generates energy. Well, energy produces effect. Effect, we will say, is mutable. We will say is magic. So the moon in Virgo is now manifesting a detailed analytical understanding, a grounded practical understanding that will give you a physiological, experiential quality of new talents you are actively activating. This new talent activation happens every year. What I'm using as an analogy to say new talents is simply new moon in Leo. Even new moon in your personal fifth house, but we're going to say new moon in Leo. Let's just say every year new moon in Leo, you integrate your individuality and you be prepared to break through new talents and skills, right? So, of course, with Pluto opposite this new moon, unlike previous years, there's a supernatural quality of these new talents that you're going to, over the next 20 years, really intensify. Very advanced, very knowledgeably. And now with the moon in Virgo, you're coming into an understanding of how you not only manifest these talents, but through this detailed analysis, more real grounded insight into what these talents are. And of course, how it is you activate them. All right. And when I say detailed, your subconscious or the social subconscious, whatever you want to call it, is going to guide you through the details you analyze, through your willingness to do due diligence, research what is necessary, but really just pay attention. When the moon is in Virgo, pay more attention to the facts and details. This prepares you for the moon in Pisces in 2 weeks, where now you understand what to believe based on the previous analysis of facts and interpretation of those facts through moon in Sagittarius, okay? So when the moon goes into Sagittarius, we're going to be fully expressing how creatively we can on stage show other people our talents. But before we do that, we need to understand, well, how do we manifest these talents? Anime awakening power sequence, that's really, I kind of spelled to you how that works out. Anime, real life, real time, real movie, like whether it's live action or anime or whatever, or animated, this is going to make for quite the activation cycle. Coming in the moon in Scorpio, which I think is not the 24th of October, but it could be. No, not the 24th of October. No. But that being said, yeah, it's something to keep. 24th of October is when the sun will be in Scorpio and we complete this 90-day boss battle breakthrough. And this is the boss battle cycle. So these talents you're manifesting are going to help you understand how to slay this final boss battle with it. Okay. The moon in Virgo, of course, in its square to Uranus and Gemini, and it going over Mars in the South Node, will really further integrate a more realistic, nuanced social understanding of how to make sense of certain personal revelations and how to take what you're beginning to put into words and make more real sense based off of it. And it's going to integrate the Saturn-Neptune transit retrograding back into Pisces. And the sextile to Jupiter and Cancer will flesh out more this evolution of how sincerely you feel about what's actually playing out. Because now Leo at this stage is now manifesting its conjunction after the Sun-Jupiter conjunction. So it's going to strengthen more this evolution. Everything past Sun-Jupiter Cancer conjunction coming into Capricorn season is activation and harvesting that. So, it's just letting you know the next stage of what we're going through, while the outer planets will retrograde and then coming into the end of the year, come back into this new world order defining. And that's another thing to keep in mind. We are headed out of the old world. We're coming into the new world. It's something that, because I did a little bit of research to kind of look into this whole, Macron, Candace Owens lawsuit. And that's a theme that I heard her kind of mention. If you're Gen X, if you are millennial, if you are Gen Z, you are here to bring forth the new world. Like, you guys are the last stand against the old world. It is those born in the 40s, 50s, and 60s who have passed the torch down to you in a period that they were more ostracized for expressing these truths. A lot of people in that generation outright got killed because of these old world shenanigans. They didn't have the freedoms and the abilities that you have to call out certain of these leaders and to honor the faith, the what's the word? To honor the work that they've done. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you guys to create this world for Generation Alpha, Generation Beta. You know what I mean? This burden falls on you to really leave the old world back in the old world, because we're stepping into this new world order, and the whole thing about this next 30-year new world order arc is like a movie. It's not really that hard to think of. It's natural if you think about it, but it's an old world desperately clinging to power in the face of a new world that's going to take it to a new direction while still honoring the wisdom of that old world. Not to say it's all bad, but that being said, yeah, very interesting themes. This year is really made to be very interesting, very exciting, very revealing. And as the moon goes into Libra, this shift in perspective relative to how we now take this new courage, because the rest of the season is going to require unadulterated courage. This is the boss battle sequence. Pluto and Aquarius is awakening of humanity, corruption of humanity. It's the dawn of AI. It is now the next level of collective conflict with globalists or people who have this influence and control against the courageous people who care about their society and community, who want to stand up against that, who want to work with that, who don't want to defer to it, but co-create with it. It could have many different applications. But the moon in Virgo is going to not only shift your behavior around how you now form this new talent, but then you're going to apply this shift in behavior when the moon goes into Libra. And then you're going to understand more social balance and definition of where to direct cardinally this activating energy, this main character energy. Okay? Roar! See, that was a healthy sun roar. All right? And the more sun roars you could do realistically, the better. As long as you're having fun. All right, now that I got out the way, look forward to very mysterious, fantasy, sci-fi-esque related development when it comes to the quality of your own physiology and your psyche, how quicker and sharper you figure things out, how you come into stronger knowing, how much more capable you are facilitating things to work for your favor and protect yourself against stuff that works against your favor, and to come into, once again, a much more realistic, detailed understanding of how to begin to take this activation of the integration of your individuality and, for the rest of the season and rest of the year, prepare for most spectacular breakthrough. For many of you, which is vague to say, but still true, this year is going to change your life forever. The things you're going to experience this year will really set a new paradigm with which will really open the path to something new. And a lot of that starts this season, and a lot of that is happening now. You stay blessed.